But the last two Trans Am races have gone to 19-year-old phenom Ernie Francis Jr., the defending champ.
Well, this is our first year in the TA class. We moved up from TA4 and TA3 in the last couple years after winning 3 championships in those lower classes. And we wanted to show what we had against some of these bigger teams and faster drivers in the TA class. I wanted to move the most that I could and try and make an impression that I could run the fastest cars out there, the most horsepower that's out there really running in the United States, horsepower-wise and car-wise. I wanted to show that I could handle that as a driver. This car on track is a real monster. I mean, compared to the TA4 car, we're making double the horsepower and weigh 500 pounds less than it. So it's a lot faster when we're on track.
Straight away, getting set to go on our first Trans Am broadcast of the season. Glad to have you with us in Belle Isle in Detroit, and we are underway. Ernie Francis Jr. on the pole on the inside. That's Vinny Allegretta alongside, and Ernie Francis grabs the lead.
Nice clean start there. It's very difficult. Turn 1, 2, very tight. They seem like they got it sorted out.
Claudio Burton back in 5th spot. 3rd, Simon Gregg contesting with Tommy Dracy. They're side by side, little beating and banging there.
Side by side, trying to pull off the pass heading down into turn 3. Looks like he's got it covered.
Amy Ruman back there in 6th. Dracy moves to the inside to grab 3rd. 5th is Burton. He comes up alongside Simon Gregg and has to hammer the brakes down into that right-hander.
Tried the over-under, just wasn't.
So for this weekend and starting at the last 2 weekends, we've had the Bonicani Fund on board with us as one of our partners. We're really excited to be working with them. They're a really big charity into trying to find a cure for paralysis. And being that paralysis is a big thing in the racing community, it happens to drivers out there, that it's a big thing we want to try and support and see if we can try and promote them as much as possible, try and find a cure for it.
Ernie Francis Jr.'s team working with Mark Bonicati there in the power chair. Mark, the son of the great NFL star Nick Bonicati, injured in a college football game back in 1985, which led to the creation of the Miami Project to cure paralysis. The 98 car carrying the logo of the Bonicati Fund. That's the fundraising arm of the Miami Project. Safety car is in. We're restarting here in Detroit. Out onto the front straightaway here at Belle Isle. We are back underway. Road, Ernie Francis Jr. as we hit the halfway mark, stretching his advantage, bidding for his 3rd Trans Am victory in his maiden season in this category. Here's more with Ashley Van Dyke.
Ernie Francis, father of Ernie Francis Jr., took the pole and just laid down his fastest lap of the race. How's Ernie saying the car is now?
Actually, he's not saying much. He's just really comfortable driving. We're telling him to just take it easy, just drive the car, stay in front, keep a good pace. Don't over push the car and keep yourself at a distance with the other drivers.
All alone out in front, just a couple of corners away from glory here at Belle Isle.
Absolutely. This will be the 3rd win of the season if he's able to pull this off. A dominant year, and with Amy Ruman having troubles the last few races, this is going to stretch out that points lead, and we know he's going after the championship. One more win to add to it.
Ernie Francis Sr. and the Breathless Performance crew celebrating on pit road here at Belle Isle.
Ernie Francis Jr. comes out to Detroit. You won in Homestead, you won in Road Atlanta, you wanted to make it 3 in a row here this weekend, and it's your first time on a street course in a big horsepower car. Tell us about your race.
Yeah, I mean, we couldn't be more happy with the result. We won here last year, and last year was actually when we decided to run TA. So a year later, we're out here, we just win the race. And yeah, I had to get used to all the power on the track, but once we nailed the setup, the car was just on rails, and I just drove it to the finish.
You progressed throughout the weekend. You started out a little slower, you nailed the pole, and you ran away with it today. How did you do that?
Yeah, it was just a race of being consistent and just staying off the walls. On a street course, you can't make any mistakes, so I just set a steady pace with the car and then just ran that consistently to the end. Any
thoughts going into Indy?
Yeah, we're looking for 4 in a row if we can. We're extending the points lead for the championship, so we're really going after the 4th one if we can. So it's looking pretty good so far.
Celebrations.